for relaxation, deep sleep, or spiritual growth, let yourself be guided by Cory. So, if you'd like to close down your eyes for me, make sure that you're seated in your comfortable seated position and close down your eyes. My name is Cory. We're going to meditate together. Let's go on a journey of discovery of sorts today, but also self-awareness. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed away from your ears. Pull down your shoulders so you create some more space between your ears and your shoulders. Soften the muscles around your eyes. See if you can just let your eyebrows drop and get heavier for a second. Let that feeling take place so that you acknowledge that you're relaxing and releasing some tension across your forehead and around your eyes. Just let your eyebrows relax. And finally, relax your jaw. Maybe make a little space between your teeth so that your jaw can relax and you're not clenching your teeth. What if you get to see different parts of who you really are today in this meditation? I'd like you to imagine that you're standing by the ocean, staring out into the sea. Look down at your feet and feel your feet on the sand. Wiggle your toes so that you can feel the sand moving through your toes. If you're on the dry part of the sand, take a couple of steps forward so that you're right there on the wet part of the sand. And it's cooler and it feels more solid underneath your feet until you go a couple more steps forward where your feet start to sink into the sand because the waves are doing their magic. Let the water come up and around your feet, and as it pulls back to its body, notice how your feet sink deeper into the sand. Feeling like you're a part of this transaction that's taking place between the sand and the ocean. And as you stare out into the ocean, there's a part of you energetically that's going to go even further. Your body is going to stay right where it is, just staring out into the waves. But your energetical, astral body is going to go play and discover. Imagine an aspect of you that looks just like you, but slightly more transparent, steps forward and out of you and starts to walk deeper into the ocean, and then does the most beautiful dolphin dive and dives under the water, starting to swim further away from the shore, further away from your other body there on land. If you turn around and look back in the water, you'll notice that you have a mermaid tail. You're no longer your physical self, but a mermaid. You don't need to come up to the surface to breathe. You can very easily breathe through your skin. You're flying through the water, swimming really fast, like a dolphin, going further and further out towards the deeper, deeper water. Just let yourself feel the cool, fresh water around your body. Notice what it feels like to be this nimble in the ocean, to play. Up ahead, there's like a shipwreck, and it looks like other mermaids. You're heading towards the shipwreck to go play and swim through the windows, through the rooms. And of course, if you're a male, you're a merman. I'm assuming that that would be automatic. Powerful and strong, swimming through the ocean. Surrounded by all the fish and the coral. And then you start to swim up to the surface, which is quite far away at this point. But start to swim up, shimmy your tail, pushing you up quite fast, up towards the top of the water. And as you reach the top of the ocean, you push up and push out, and your arms become wings. The wings of an eagle. And your body completely shifts and transforms into this wonderful, marvelous eagle. And you start to fly higher. Looking up at the sky, it's blue with lots of big, white, fluffy clouds. Start flying towards those clouds. So easy and graceful to just fly through the sky in this way. Feel the wind. Notice how dynamic and different your body feels as a bird. So light, so easy to move. Your wings are long and outstretched. Soaring up to the clouds and through the clouds, where it all goes white and misty around you. There's a dampness on your beak and your feathers, and it feels cooler in this space, as if you've walked into a cool, dark cave, but really you're not. You're flying through the clouds. It's quiet, so quiet and peaceful up here. It's like a completely different world. Flying through, coming down slightly out of the big white fluffy clouds. You see a field in front of you there that you start to fly towards. There's a big tree, a big giant tree. That's your destination. Start to fly towards that tree. Coming down gracefully. Landing on a branch. And then just allow your body to feel like a lollipop, as if it's just completely melting into the form of the branch that you've just landed on. Imagine that your essence and your energy is moving all the way down the branch, down into the trunk, down into the roots, deep down into the earth, so you can feel the soil around your roots, the minerals, the life force that's beneath you. What do you feel like in this form? It's this big, strong, yet flexible tree that goes through all the different seasons of life. New growth, death, change. Feel your branches, feel your leaves. What does it feel like when your leaves move in the wind? The soft, sweet noise it makes when the wind plays music with your branches and your leaves. There's an aspect of you that's already this, just like the mermaid, just like the bird. Now you're resonating, connecting your energy to the tree aspect of who you are, as you are all. Source that is within you is all that is. Right now, you're this strong, earth-bound tree, rooted and grounded in the soil, breathing through its leaves and its branches. Life, your life, but in a different way. And now notice that your attention goes down to the ground, all the way down to the ground. There's some leaves on the ground, and there's a snail on one of the leaves. Your energy starts to become fluid again, and you can feel yourself sliding down the bark of the tree, sliding across the earth, sliding to that leaf, and then morphing into the snail. Looking up from this perspective, how big that tree is that you just were. Giant, marvelous, massive creature. But then your attention comes down to the leaf that you're munching on right there in front of you. Taking small little bites, feeling the weight of your shell on your back. Feel how small you are like this. Tiny little snail, full of life force. Your own individual consciousness as this little creature. Imagine that you start to crumble. Imagine that you start to just decay into the earth below. Let your body transition from the snail into just the soil. change, the difference between life and death in many different forms. Now you're just the soil, the earth that was once beneath the snail, the earth that was once beneath the tree, the earth that was beneath you when you were flying in the sky, swimming in the ocean. Now you're just Mama Earth herself in a different form. Full of activity and oxygen and movement and life, breath in a different form. And then I'd like you to feel your feet and feel yourself standing right next to that tree. In your body, once again, feel the ground underneath your feet. Feel that soil that you are underneath your feet. Look down and see the snail that you are down below. Look at your feet and wiggle your toes and feel that earth underneath your feet. Back in your human form, back in your body, your beautiful, perfect human body. Look up your legs, notice what you're wearing on your body. Look at the tree there in front of you. Imagine that you're wearing some kind of clothing that you can open, like a jacket or a shirt. If you're wearing a t-shirt or a sweater, you can just lift it up so that you can see your tummy. If you're wearing a shirt or a jacket, you can open it so that you can see your tummy. I want you to look down at your stomach and imagine that your stomach is like a TV screen. And as you peer into that, you can see all that you are and all the other many things that we didn't transition into today. You can see that you could be a bear walking through the forest. You could be a turtle swimming through the ocean. You could be anything that you want it to be. You are all life. You can connect to all life because you are that. That is you. You are all that is. You have the ability to embody all that is on this earth and beyond. And you can see how life changes as you look down at your tummy. You could watch yourself from being a child, going through all the different stages until you get older and eventually, just like the snail, you decompose and you go back to the earth and become all of it once again. The many forms of life that you are never, never die. they just change. You transition into another beginning, another form of life. You're never completely gone. And that's beautiful. You are beautiful. I'm going to count to 10. And when I get to 10, you can open your eyes and find yourself back in that wonderful, strong, healthy, living, breathing body that you are moving around in like a vehicle right now, and this part of your soul journey. And maybe, hopefully, you'll have a new appreciation for that beautiful body of yours that you're residing in right now, that you're lucky to be in right now. Starting at 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes, come back into your space, come back to your body, come back to all the forms around you that maybe when you look out of the window and you see the tree, maybe when you spot the next snail that you see. Closing the meditation. Namaste, my friends.